stations in the background. What's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. We are here for our review of Before the 90 Days, and this is season 7 and episode 16. Are y'all ready to get into this? Dustin, how you doing today?
We're ready. I'm doing better. Thanks a lot to you because I've been doing very good. So thanks very much. Uh, I'm having a really rough time right now. So thank you very much for being there as always. Thank you
Absolutely,
very much.
Dustin. And hopefully, with the holiday season coming, that will cheer you up a little bit. We've got Lady Virgo in the chat. What's going on, Lady Virgo? How you doing? Good evening, Lady Virgo. So wonderful to see
Hi,
you
Lady
as
Virgo.
always down in the chat. Um,
Uh,
excuse me. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to start out with Ingrid and Brian. Hey, Robin. We see Robin down in the comments too. What's going on, girl? Thank you so much for
uh,
being here, Auntie Robin. Yes, I wanted to start out with Brian and Ingrid. Brian is
sure.
being emotional, which is surprising to me. I never thought I'd see him cry a day in my life.
Hmm.
Excuse me, Lord, a little gas here. Anyways, but he seemingly has broken it off with Ingrid. Ingrid doesn't seem like they'll be able to move forward from this. And Brian said that he texted Ingrid saying that he wanted to meet up with her before she goes back home, wherever home is for Ingrid. I'm not sure. They're in Brazil right now, but I'm not exactly sure where her home country is. But he wants to meet up with her and kind of clear the air. And so he goes to her hotel,
Mhm.
and she says, well, you said that I wanted to come to America, bring my kids over there to make a better life. And she's saying all these things, expecting Brian to later on apologize for these words that he spoke of her, but he has no intentions of apologizing. He just wants to say that there are no hard feelings and leave it at that. And then when she's going downstairs, she's waiting for her cab, and he wants to give her a hug. And he's like, I don't
Mhm.
want us to end like this. I don't want us to end on bad terms. But when you have the type of conversation that the both of them had prior to on the previous episode, what else are you expecting? And I'm so glad that she's not saying, that she's forgiving him or anything of that nature. It seems like Ingrid is really torn up about the situation. And I've so agreed with the fact that she said that she wasted 2 years of her life with this man. This man has wasted 2 years of her life. And, to be honest, I don't know what she really saw in him. I don't know if she saw money. I don't know if she saw looks. I don't know what she saw in I don't know what she saw in Brian, but
Right.
I hope that she finds love. I hope that she finds someone who will be able to love her the way that she deserves to be loved. Um, I don't really like the way that Brian accused her the way that he did. When if you just want to break it off with her because she's not going to go along with your plan and she's not going to not ask questions, because that's what Brian wants. Brian wants someone who knows the life and styles of a drug dealer, because that's clearly what he is. And he wants someone who is a yes man and who's not going to ask questions. No, Ingrid is not that girl for you. Ingrid is going to
Mhm.
ask questions. Ingrid is going to be inquisitive, and she's going to want to know what's going on with your life. And Brian wants to keep certain things separate, and Ingrid is not going for it. And I'm so glad that Ingrid stood her ground, and I'm so glad that she knows her self-worth. And I'm so glad that she's not begging him to take her back. Dustin, what
Right.
were your thoughts on their entire situation on this episode?
This whole entire situation is brought my emotions to the highest level uh, with this couple because I feel bad for this couple so much. I really do. I really do feel bad for this whole entire situation, and I feel bad for him because I know he wants to be loved just like everybody else does, and I think he deserves better. Uh, I don't. I think that she needs to understand where they need to be at, and I just I don't think it's the best for them to be where they're to be together. I'm glad they broke it off, but I know it's going to be a sad situation for him.
Dustin, do you think one or the other was in the wrong in this relationship, or with the way that the situation went down? Do you think one was in the wrong over the other?
I think Brian was in the wrong.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page with that, because I feel like Brian treated her like trash in a way. And
Right.
he was okay with that. But Ingrid was not okay with that. And Ingrid is clearly a strong woman. And I wish she would have decided, oh, okay, I wish he would have picked up on the fact that she was not going to go along with his plan of having a relationship the way that he wanted to have a relationship. I wish he would have saw that, a long time ago, so that we would not have gotten to this point 2 years later to where they're breaking up and they're going their separate ways. Brian really could have avoided this by understanding who she was, understanding how she operated, and said, you know what, she's not going to be a yes man for me. She's not going to not ask questions, because Ingrid is obviously going to ask questions. So maybe it's not best for me to be with her. You know what I'm saying? If you want your relationship to go a certain way and you see that your partner or the partner that you want to be with is not going to go with your program, then don't even pursue it. Do not even pursue it. Just move on and find someone who loves you the way that you want to be loved. And clearly Brian wants someone who is just going to sit up under him, not ask any questions, just say yes, yes, massa, and just go along with their business. But Ingrid is not that girl. And so I'm so glad that they broke things off. But Brian he's giving me band vibes, BITCHASSINGGA type stuff. And it's just so annoying to me, because he has the nerve to cry. He has the nerve to be emotional. I don't know if he's emotional because it didn't work out the way that he wanted to. I don't know if he's emotional because he's just doing it for the cameras. I don't understand Brian.
I don't know why he's emotional, Jonathan. I really don't. But I think that this whole situation has brought me and you to the brim with these couples, because I think that we are on the same page with these people, because I don't think that it's the best for them to continue on being in a relationship. I really don't, and I hope her the best for everything. So yeah, I hope her the best.
Absolutely. Hopefully they will hold hopefully the other couples will hold Brian's feet to the fire when it comes to this tell-all. I hope the girls really speak up for Ingrid in this case, and see where she's coming from and understand she just wants love, but she doesn't want to be gaslit. She doesn't want to be made a fool out of, and Brian made her look like a fool on national TV, and I don't appreciate that whatsoever. So we're going to move on from Brian, because I really can't stand him. I'm starting to like Lauren even a little bit better than Brian at this point, and that's scary to me. That is scary to me.
I don't like either one of them.
No, I don't. Me either, Dustin. But let's move on with Joe and Magda. So Joe and Magda, they're having a little conversation about the fact that Joe told her he's not looking to rush into getting married, and they have a little bit of a picnic or whatever, and she explains that she's very close to her mother. However, she wants nothing to do with her father. She won't go into detail as to why she does not have a positive relationship with her father. She just wants to leave it at that. She said that she signed some type of paperwork to make it so that she's not legally his daughter anymore. I don't know exactly how that works. I don't know if that happens.
I don't either.
I don't know. Yeah, right. I don't know if that happens specifically in the country that she's from. But it's clear that she's damaged. But it's also clear that she really wants to get married. As we stated in the previous review, she moved after 3 months of dating someone. She moved to Germany for a boyfriend, and it didn't work out. And so it seems like this is kind of a habit for her, that she wants to find love. She wants to be taken care of, emphasis on the taken care of. She wants to be taken care of, by her significant other. And Joe does not, to me, seem like the type that would do that. He wants someone on his level that's just as chill as he is. But Magda seems to have a mission, and she wants to make sure that mission is completed. And that mission entails her getting married and moving to the US. I hope that Joe comes to realize that somewhere along the way, somewhere down the line. I hope that he realizes that. We see in the preview for the next episode that she told her mother that he had cheated on her, and they also discussed the fact that they have not had sex yet. And he says during this conversation that he's having with her in their first scene of this episode, that he's never really had this type of conversation concerning proposals and marriage without actually doing without actually consummating the relationship first. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I get that. I understand that. There are some people, who want to wait to have sex before they get married, but clearly Joe is not that man. And if that's not that man, if he's not that man and you can't get with that, then maybe y'all shouldn't be together. I see why Magda would want to be with Joe. Joe's a very charismatic man. He's a very beautiful man. He has a great personality. He's very chill. I really love it. I'm gonna guess maybe he might be an air sign. I don't want to say necessarily Libra, just because that's my sign, and I just want to claim everybody as a Libra, but he seems very like a very chill type dude, and I really
Yes.
love that. And the fact that Magda she just has one mission, and until she gets that mission accomplished, then she's not going to be happy. And I don't want to go another couple of weeks of seeing that, because it's just going to be annoying to me. And Joe is clearly wasting, at least in my opinion, he's clearly wasting his time with Magda. Dustin, what were your thoughts on their conversation concerning sex, and also their conversation concerning her father and her personal life as well?
Well, I mean, I do understand where she's coming with her father, but I don't understand why they haven't had uh why they haven't had intercourse. They are
Mm-hmm.
in a relationship, and it doesn't, and it's a big red flag to me. Uh, if you are in a relationship and you are in the process to getting married to somebody, then I expect to have some kind of intercourse with somebody, especially if you're in a process of getting married or in a relationship actively.
Right. Yeah. Or at least some type of intimacy. Like, they don't even seem like a couple to me. Like, for me, I really don't see love between them. For me, it seems like they're still trying to figure each other out. They're still trying to test the waters, and I don't see love between them. I'm not sure exactly how long that they've been together, but I'm not feeling Magda for the fact that she's not on the same page with Joe. And to me, it does not seem like she's even attempting to get on the same page. She has one objective, and that's the only objective that she's focused on. And she just wants to do that, and that's it. And that's the end of the story. And I
Right.
wish that she would at least share this information with Joe, so that he's not going along, like a chicken with his head cut off, not knowing what to do. Because it seems like Joe doesn't know what to do with Magda. He does not know how to be with her. And that's because they have not had that conversation yet. And I wish more of these couples on these 90-day fiancés would communicate like they need to. Communication is key when you are in a relationship. And so that's how I
Right.
feel about them. But let's move on to Adnan and Lily. Her name is
Yes.
Tiger Lily, but
Tiger Lily. Yeah.
right, yeah. I've never heard anyone named Tiger Lily before. I've heard the name Tiger Lily before, no, I've heard the word Tiger Lily before, but I've never heard someone actually named Tiger Lily. I don't know if that means something. It seems like a fake name to me, but hey, it is what it is. We just gonna call her Lily. And so Adnan and Lily, they're expecting Adnan's mother and brother to come along for a Thanksgiving. And I'm not sure if
Yeah.
they're celebrating this on the actual day of Thanksgiving, but Lily is going to make a dinner for Adnan's mother and brother, and them as well. I did not have much faith that Lily would be able to pull this off. Lily to me
I
doesn't
did
look
not
like the
either.
type, right? Lily to me does not look like the type that's slaving in the kitchen for hours. She does not look like the type that would be, focusing on getting dinner ready for her husband. It seems like that's what she wants to do, but I didn't think I didn't know whether she would be able to do that or not. Robin down in the comments says they are both ridiculous and scammy. Oh yeah, she will endure anything to come to America. No way in hell you don't know my name. He is problematic for not knowing her name. I think he's talking about Magda because she mentioned that previously. Yeah, Magda and yeah, they're something else. But anyways, Lily and Adnan. Adnan is a very handsome man. I
Yeah.
must admit. I
He's a
enjoy.
model. He's a
Oh,
model. He's a model, Jonathan. So, uh,
no wonder. It makes perfect sense. He has the face for it. It's beautiful. And to
yeah.
me, like they kind of seemed like an odd couple to me. They didn't seem like a couple that would actually be together. Lily, this prissy blonde haired, and a lot of times when you see blonde hair, the first thing that comes to your mind is a dumb blonde. But she doesn't seem like a dumb blonde to me. That was just my first impression of her initially. But yeah, I didn't really recognize them as a couple initially, but I think as time goes on, I'll be able to see them as that. Robin says down in the comments, Tiger Lily is a type of flower. Okay, thank you so much for that information, Robin. Yeah, I had no idea what the type. I knew I'd heard of a tiger lily before, so that must have been where I heard it from. So I guess it's nice for someone to name their daughter after a flower. Jennifer, could you put up that last comment from Lady Virgo up real quick? Thank you so much for that. I just wanted to read it out here while we're on live. Lady Virgo down in the comments says the following, if I could pull it up here. She says, Robin Moore, not ridiculous and scammy. Robin, you are my people. Yes, that's what I'm getting. I don't get that from Joe necessarily, Robin. I think that's because I like Joe and I like the way that he looks, and I think he's really handsome, and I like his chill personality. But yeah, he does need to get her name right. Even though I didn't pick up on him not saying her name right earlier today. I guess for future references, I need to try to start paying attention to that. But anyways, Lily makes this whole dinner. And I love Adnan's mother. She's so sweet. She's talking about having grandchildren and seeing the grandchildren. She wants to, love on the grandchildren. Of course, that's her parents. Of course, biggest wish is to have grandkids to spoil and things of that nature. Adnan's brother is really handsome as well. That's a very handsome family we got there. But Adnan then goes on to say that, after he moves to America, his mother is really, really, really hurt by the fact that her son is going to move to America and no longer be, I believe they live in Jordan, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And she's going to go through it, and hopefully she'll be able to get through it. But Adnan says that he's going to want to visit, in Jordan, once every month or 2 months or whatever the case might be. And Lily's like, well, if I'm going to have your baby, you know what I'm saying? You got to be home. You got to be here with me. We have a home to make.
I do have to agree with her on that one.
Right. Yeah. So Dustin, what were your thoughts on the dinner that was made and the conversation concerning what Adnan would do once he moves to America?
Well, I think the dinner was a nice dinner, Jonathan. I do like the dinner part, but I don't think that he's going to continue to be. I don't think that he's going to like it when they do get married, and because I don't think that she's going to allow him to be going back and forth every month to see his family. I just don't feel like it's going to be allowed. That seems like it's going to be too much for me. That's too much. Would be too much for me.
A lot.
To go back every month. If I wasn't in this current situation that I am in, I wouldn't be. I just wouldn't do that every month. I wouldn't. That's just too much for me. And I have to agree. I have to agree with her on that part. I really do.
Oh, true that. Robin says down in the comments, Lily is the most fake, fraudulent, and phony of the bunch. Besides her horrible extensions, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that, girl, because them extensions was kind of looking like Sophia when she was with Rob in the previous seasons. But hey, I think Lily's hair looks worse than Sophia's did. But that's neither here nor there. He said she also says who dresses like that with their pocketbook across their body to cook. Yeah, that was. I'm not sure how to take Lily just yet. I'm still trying to feel her out. Adnan seems to have, I won't say he seems to have good discernment, because there's no really good way to gauge that over TV. But Adnan seems to be a very mature man. And it seems like he just saw in Lily what he likes in a woman. And so he went for it. And that's what he's going to do. But Lily speaks up for herself, which is what I love about Lily. I love the fact that she at least speaks up for herself, and she says what she wants. Whether she's going to get it or not is up to really Adnan at this point. But I don't know how to feel about Lily really just yet. I really haven't gotten a good feel of who she is. Maybe within the next couple of episodes, I'll be able to get a better feel. And also, we tend to get a really good gauge on people during the tell-alls as well. So maybe
Did you get
the
caught up on the from the beginning yet?
no, not just yet. I think I'm going to do that sometime this week. Is there something that I need to pick up on when I do
No, I
that,
just
Justin?
because when they were part of it in the beginning, so I just didn't know if you got to get caught up on the beginning when they had their wedding and stuff, and he was kind of controlling on her part.
Oh,
He's a very
okay.
controlling. He wants to have all the control against all. He wants to have all the control between her and him.
That is very interesting. But as also, it does not surprise me because when Lily was, trying to figure out the oven, it was in Celsius and not Fahrenheit. She was trying to ask him, well, what is it in Fahrenheit if it's not in Celsius? And, Adnan was no help to her whatsoever. I mean, with Adnan's culture, I'm assuming that the men don't cook a lot. And he also said during the confessionals that his mother and his sister used to spoil him and cook for him a whole lot. Lady Virgo says down in the comments, Tiger Lily's voice be having me in tears whenever she speaks. Yeah, she has an interesting voice. I will have to admit to that. It's not necessarily annoying to me because there are people out here with some annoying voices, but I can deal with it. Robin says down in the comments, do you really think that Tiger Lily's in her Tiger Lily is her government? I don't think that Tiger Lily is her government name. No, I don't think that Robin, not one bit. I don't think that her mother named her Tiger Lily because who would want to be named Tiger Lily? That's. I mean, Lily is one thing, but Tiger Lily, that's a stretch for me. Just in my opinion,
I don't think to be honest with you, Ron, I don't think her name is that.
yeah,
There's no
not
way.
her God-given name, her
No.
name that her parents gave her. Yeah, no, I don't believe that either. So yeah, we'll see where it goes with Adnan, but I love seeing Adnan's face though. I will never get tired of seeing Adnan's face on the screen. So let's move on to Miles and Matilda. So we didn't see Matilda in this episode, but we did see Miles talking with Matilda's father. Matilda's father, Dustin, had the most intimidating face I think I might have ever seen in my life. I would not want to have to talk with this man one on one. I feel like he would look deep into your soul, understand whether you're lying or not, understand whether you're being authentic or not. Like it seems like Matilda's father is the most masculine, the most hardened, the most the manliest of the men, and I understand why Miles, even though Miles does have a condition, I believe he is autistic.
He does. Yeah, he has autistic.
I
Yeah.
can understand me being nervous about meeting with Matilda's father, but I can only imagine how nervous and um Niles, not Miles. Oh, Niles. Yes, thank you so much for that, Robin. Robin
Thank you,
says it's
Robin.
Niles, not Miles. Yeah, I don't know why I was saying Miles. Let me see if it says Miles here in the picture. But anyway, so he's talking to his soon to be father-in-law, and he's telling his father-in-law that he will need. Oh, it is Niles. Thank you so much for that, Robin. It is Niles. So I'll start calling him by his actual government name, Niles. So he's going to tell his soon to be father-in-law that he does not have the money to pay for the wedding, and the look on Matilda's father's face was priceless. And it is a look that a lot of Black parents will give their children when they are extremely disappointed and they don't understand why you're bringing this disappointment onto me. And then he says, okay, so when my daughter moves to America, are you going to be able to support her? Are you going to be able to take care of my daughter and your children? Is she going to be okay? And that's the thing that every
My
father
que-
wants to make sure of for their daughters is that their daughters are well taken care of. Daughters and sons alike are
and I
well
don't.
taken
Yeah,
care of.
and I can answer that question, Jonathan. And I feel this all my heart. I don't think he's going to be taking care of her when he does go to the United States. If he can't take care of her while she's in the other country, she can't take care of her while he's in the United States.
Here's my response to that, Dustin. I understand why you say that, and I don't know how much faith I have in Niles to be able to take care of her. I would just hope and
He don't have a he
pray.
doesn't he doesn't have a job. So,
Right, exactly. He said, that he has another job lined up. And so a funny thing that happened, Matilda's father said, can you give me a specific time as to when you'll be taking her over to America? And he said, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And first thing Niall said was 2 months. Then he said 3 months. Then he said 4 months. And then he ended with 5 months. And so I thought that was
it kept getting longer and longer.
exactly. So I guess that's kind of Niles's charm, and I thought that was kind of cute to see. But I love the fact that Matilda's father was on her side so much and wants to make sure that his daughter is taken care of, and I love that. And also at the end of their conversation, when Matilda's father agreed to help them pay for the wedding, he kind of softened a little bit, and he took Niles's hand, and they went off and walked off together. And I thought that was so beautiful. And I love the fact that Niles, although he is intimidated by Matilda's father, he also respects Matilda's father and loves Matilda's father as a father. And he might even be closer to Matilda's father than he is to his actual father himself. I don't know what the case is. What did you think of their whole conversation, Dustin? And would you be intimidated by Matilda's father as I would? Because I would definitely be intimidated.
I would be intimidated between him. There's no way I wouldn't be comfortable I wouldn't be comfortable in that situation, Jonathan. Not at all. And I wouldn't be comfortable in that situation. Not with my current situation, Jonathan. It's hard enough for me as it is, and I don't think I want to make it any harder on me. If I don't have to, I wouldn't be comfortable with him at all. I wouldn't be. Nope.
Right. Robin says down in the comments, I believe that Niles will take care of her when he regains employment. My question is, does he live with his parents on or on his own? That's something I do not know, Robin. And I think it would be a very big problem if Niles does not live on his own because his parents are so.
I don't think he. I don't. I'm just going to say allegedly. I don't think he does. I think that he lives with the parents.
That's what I'm thinking too, Dustin. But it would be an issue if Niles came home with Matilda and had to come home to his parents' house when they already have their accusations concerning Matilda's intentions on being with Niles. They think that she's a scammer, and that she just wants to get on a gravy train and ride off into the sunset. And I don't personally believe that is Matilda's intentions. Excuse me. I think Matilda really loves Niles and loves him for him and not what he can give her, not what he can offer her. And now I do believe that Matilda does want to move to America to have a better life. But as Matilda's father said, he says they in their country, they're living in Africa. I'm not sure exactly what country in Africa, but they think that everyone in America is rich. And that might be the reason why Matilda was seeking out to an American to be with so that she can live a better life. And I don't know how Matilda's going to feel when she gets back to America and reality hits her that Niles is not rich and he does not have all the money to spend on her and their livelihood. I'm nervous to see that if they end up on another season of 90 Day Fiance once she gets over to America.
I think they're gonna be on Happily Ever After. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like they might, because I love seeing them. I love Niles, although Niles might not look like a model, I love his personality. I love his smile. I love his charm. I think he has a beautiful. I think he has a beautiful sense of love. I love how he loves Matilda. Not Niles. I really do not like Niles. I just wish he had the ability to do better. I wish he had the ability to make better decisions. I wish he had the ability to just be better. because I feel like if he were that, then they would be in a much better position. But we'll see what happens with them later on in future episodes. But I'm sure that their wedding will be beautiful, and
I can't wait to see the wedding.
right, exactly. I can't wait to see it. Just like I love Colby and Emily's wedding, I'm sure that their wedding will be almost, if not just as nice as theirs was. So Lady Virgo says down in the comments, Robin Moore, exactly. Like, who is gonna finally check her about that? Talking about Tiger Lily, fake sounding baby voice. Yes, yeah, she be doing that, Lady Virgo and Robin. She do be doing that. But that's what the blondies like to do. They like to put on that voice to make them sound as if they are innocent. But we all know that ain't the case. But anyways, let's move on to Bea and Sunny. So
where I start?
go ahead, Dustin. If you want to start, go ahead.
I don't like this couple no matter what. I don't like this couple at all. I just don't. I don't think that they're gonna make it through. And the reason I say it, this Jonathan, is because I don't think she's going to convert to Muslim. And I think that he wants her to convert to Muslim, as we see in the previews for next week. And I don't think she's going to do it at all. So I just think it's better off if they just cut the ties now. I really do. I just don't think it's going to last.
Yeah, Sonny looks just like his father. He just looks like a younger version of his father. I'm sure Sonny's father looked just like Sonny does now when he was younger. But I think I will say this on every single review of this season of Before the 90 Days. Sonny has the most beautiful eyes I have ever seen on any man, woman, child, whatever. His eyes are so gorgeous. But anyways, past that, his father gets into the conversation of Bea. The first thing he says, which is a little bit just a little bit disrespectful, but it's a difference of culture, difference of language barrier here. He said that she looked a little healthier in her pictures, meaning that she looked a little chubbier, a little bit more, looked like she had a little bit more weight on her. I can understand why she took offense to that. I really do understand why she would have taken offense to that, even though you would think that that would be a compliment to someone. But at the same time, it's like, well, if you saw that, you saying that, it didn't sound like a compliment when Sonny's father was saying it initially. But anyways, he then said, the tattoos, you're going to have to get those removed, honey. And then he also brings up the conversation of her converting to Muslim. And he asked her if she was Christian. And her answer was like, yeah, no. I don't believe Bea is Christian, because if she was Christian, she would have said, yes, absolutely. I love Jesus. Jesus is my rock. Jesus is my best friend. Jesus is my homie. Okay. Jesus is my N-word, even though she wouldn't say that.
I'm right there with you, Jonathan. I do not believe that she is one.
No.
If she was, she would be saying that. That's a big red flag to me.
She hesitated when he asked her if she was Christian. She hesitated, and any type of hesitation when it comes to something that's so definitive about your life, then that means to me that, if she is a Christian, then maybe she's just a surface level Christian. I don't know what her case is, but to me, it doesn't seem like she's a Christian to me. I think she just said that to appease Sonny's father. I would assume that maybe she doesn't ascribe to any religion in particular, which is okay. If that's your thing, that's your thing. Do get it how you live, but I see Mamir's in the chat. Hey Mamir, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining us, boo. But yeah, if that's not your thing, then you don't have to lie to your partner's father just to try to appease him. But it is what it is. But she said that she had an anxiety attack, which I believe her anxiety attack more than I believe old girl from the UK that was with Dempsey. What was her? I can't remember what her name was, but anyways, I believe she had an anxiety.
Was it Skylar? I think it was Skylar.
Statler. I think it was Statler. Yeah. Anyways, so Vea kind of has a little bit of anxiety attack, and when they were looking for clothes for her to wear to this meeting, she's so unagreeable right now. She's so being so defensive all the time, and it's really annoying to me. Whereas Sonny is just seems to be the sweetest, nicest man you will ever meet in your lifetime, and she's treating him like trash. And I cannot stand to see a fine man. First of all, anyone in general being treated like trash, but to see a fine man who can do better than Bea, who can do better. Sonny can have any woman he wants, okay? And for him to be with this woman who clearly does not appreciate what he does for her, clearly does not appreciate the sacrifices he's making for her, introducing her to his family, knowing good and God's darn well that they're not going to accept her. He's going to ride with her till the wheels fall off. And that's the worst part about this story, Dustin, is that I do not see Sonny leaving Bea for any reason whatsoever. I see Bea breaking up with Sonny. And to be honest, that's what I want to happen. That's what I want to happen. I want for Bea to break up with Sonny so that Sonny can find true love for himself. I'm assuming that Sonny is just not interested in a Muslim woman, because if he was interested in a Muslim woman, he would have never swung Bea's way. But anyways, Bea gets up from the tables. You know, she goes off. She tells the producers that she wants to go home. She says that she wants to take off the garb that she's wearing. She doesn't want to wear it anymore. It's taking her back to her childhood where she was with a foster family, I think she explained, and they made her dress the way that Muslim women are dressed. Lady Virgo says down in the comments, JoJo speaks, the dumb blonde's voice you're talking about. Yes, absolutely. That's what she's doing. And I'm so glad that Sophia, who was with Rob, never did that little dumb blonde voice. I'm so glad that she never did that. But I just want Bea to leave Sonny so that Sonny can go off. It will be a dream of mine, Dustin, to just see Sonny in love with someone who's in love with him the same way that he's in love with her. Like, just to see true love, because I see love on Sonny's end as far as Bea is concerned. I do not see Bea's love towards Sonny. I don't see it at all. I don't think she cares about Sonny.
I don't think she cares. No, I don't think she cares.
And what I don't understand is, why is Bea with Sonny to begin with? Why is she with him? Like, is it just because of his beautiful eyes? Is it just the fact that he's a beautiful man in general? Like what are her intentions with him? That's something I'm not understanding, and it makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up a little bit.
I think the only reason she's with him is because she's on this TV show and she's getting paid. I don't think she would be with him, Jonathan. If it wasn't for this TV show, she wouldn't be with him.
I agree with that, Dustin. Joseph says down in the comments, hey, everyone, click the like and share, or else you don't want to know what else. What else means. Smash the buttons. Love you. Hey, Jojo. Hey, Dustin. Always got your back, and I mean it. Thank you so much, Joseph. I love you for coming on here. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Before the 90 Days Review. I love you, Joseph. I love you. I love you. I love you. But yeah, I just want Bea to leave Sonny, because I don't want to see her no more. I don't want to see her no more. I don't want to see her no more, Dustin. I really don't.
I don't either. I don't either.
I'm the more I'm seeing these other couples, Dustin, the more I'm starting to lessen my not, I don't want to say hate, but my dislike for Lauren. We'll get to Lauren in a little bit, but like, all of these people are showing to be worse off than him. Like, the things, even though he's done some terrible things to Faith, these people just ain't no good, and it always happens this way. It always happens to be one person out of the couple is just trash. Just one person is just trash. That must be a prerequisite for you to be on 90 Day Fiance. One person has to be the okay person who does all the right things, and the other person just has to be trash, not doing anything right, not doing anything right by their partner. They just has to be trash. Like that clearly is the prerequisite for being a cast member on 90 Day Fiance. Anyways, shout out to Sonny. Sonny, you's a fine man. That you heard that from me. Okay. Yes. Anyways, let's move on to our last couple, Lauren and Faith. So yeah, Lauren and Faith, let's just get on down to the nitty gritty. Lauren has Faith to administer a tattoo for him. It's going to be of the Filipino flag, and it's going to have an F in it for Faith. And he said that, the other two tattoos that he has, he didn't get them done by a professional. He got them done by people that he loved. He has what looked like a peace sign on one arm, some words on his wrist, and then he wants to get the Filipino flag and the F on his other arm. And he asked for Faith to do it right then and there. Now, the next day, when he goes to, do what he does, we'll get to it in a second, he shows her the tattoo, and it didn't look like much of a tattoo to me. It just looked like a little bit of color on his skin, and, you couldn't really tell that it was a flag. It just looked like random colors there. But anyways, so he then goes to this magic shop, and apparently Faith does magic, which is awesome to hear. And he says that he wants to do a magic trick to propose to Faith. I was fully going into this proposal scene wishing and hoping and praying that Faith would say no. But at the end of the day, I knew Faith was going to say yes. It didn't surprise me that Faith was going to say yes, and she did say yes.
It seems surprised me though.
Right. Yeah, it did surprise me, but at the same time, it wasn't that much of a surprise. And the thing is, I don't think Faith is used to men being interested in her, because I think if she was used to men and men being interested in her, she would have never gotten with Lauren. I don't think that Faith is used to having attention from men. Excuse me, and that's nothing to say about her looks, because Faith is a beautiful woman. It's just their relationship sort of confuses me. And then, Dustin, we get to the hottest of the hottest topics, Dustin. And what is that? Both Lauren and Faith are bottoms.
Oh my!
That doesn't work, y'all. Two bottoms can't do nothing but bump purses and lose change. But it don't, like, did we not have this conversation before y'all decided to be in a relationship? Like, if you're in a gay any type of LGBTQIA plus relationship, when it has to do with two people who have male assigned genitalia, you have to have that conversation. That conversation is a must. I was so happy to know that they haven't had sex yet. I'm so happy that Faith has not given up her punani for Lauren just yet, and I'm hoping that she keeps it away from him at all costs.
There has to be a top and a bottom, Jonathan.
Say it one more time for me, Dustin.
Has to be a top and a bottom.
Thank you. And then that led me to believe, Lauren, it sounds like Lauren likes to be topped by a trans woman, because there are a lot of men who have that fantasy of being topped by a trans woman. I mean, that's just something that they have. And if that's what your fantasy is, so be it. Go find a trans woman who is willing to do that with you. But Faith said, that's not me. No, I am a bottom, BOTTOM. I am a bottom, and that is it. That's all you're going to get out of me is ASS. That's it. You ain't going to get no DICK, no COCK, no none of that. No, you getting bussy. Okay. Yeah. Dustin, what were your thoughts on his proposal, and what were your thoughts on their conversation concerning the fact that they're both bottoms?
I think that the proposal could use some work.
Why you say that?
I don't think, huh?
Why you say that?
Because I think it could have been better, in my opinion.
You didn't like the rainbow ribbon that he pulled out?
No, I like that part.
Oh, that part. Okay.
But I like that part, Jonathan. But I don't like. I think that they could have went on a big vacation, stuff like that.
Okay.
Went away.
Yeah, a better setup, a better setting.
Better setup part.
I understand.
Yeah, they definitely need a better setup.
Right, go ahead, Dustin. I'm sorry.
I said they definitely need a better setup for a proposal like that.
Yeah, and did you even think about this conversation of them both being bottoms? Because I mean, they had this conversation before, clearly, in a previous episode. So, what did you think of that whole conversation and the fact that he says, his male genitalia doesn't get up for people he's not attracted to. So the fact that he's attracted to her means that he'll be able to top her. What did you think of that?
I didn't even. I thought about the conversation, but I didn't think that we were going to get to that part this episode. Because I didn't think I would have to say the words on here. Because
Right.
I guess we never know what comes out with these people. But that's just there needs to be a top and a bottom in a relationship. I will say it again. There needs to be a top and a bottom, Jonathan. That's the only way it's gonna work.
The
It ain't
only
gonna work
way,
that
the
way.
only way that is going to work. Robin said down in the comments, he said he was a bottom before, but that he would compromise, and he clearly told Faith that in this episode that he would be able to compromise since he is attracted to her. Um, I just feel I feel like Faith can do so much better. I'm so glad that she's in love, and I'm so glad that she's embracing this love that Lauren is giving her. I just wish that Lauren didn't lie so much. I wish that Lauren didn't seem like someone who doesn't necessarily care about her feelings. Not to say that he doesn't care about her, but it seems like he doesn't care necessarily about her
And I,
feelings. He just
and I
does
have
kind of what he wants to do.
and I have to say one more thing, Jonathan, if I
Hmm.
can.
Go ahead.
I hope we don't see Brian on the next couple of episodes. I hope we don't see him again. I hope this has to be the final episode for me because a person that Brian is not my cup of tea on this,
No,
not my cup of tea on this show, and I don't want to see him back on the remaining of the episodes that we have on the season. Um, but I just don't want to see him back. I don't want to see him back. Period.
not
And I
on
what
this, not on this season,
and no, and
or at all.
I wouldn't even want to see him at the tell all. Uh, no, I don't want to see him there. Because I don't think that he puts art. He puts my things not in the best of my situation, and I don't think that he thinks about other people before he says what he says, and what he thinks about how it's going to affect how it's going to affect other people before he does what he does. And I just I don't like him. I don't I don't like him on. I don't want to see him back on the show at all. No period. No point blank. I don't want to see him. No, thank you.
Yeah, Brian can go. Brian, for as far as I'm concerned, he is dismissed. I don't want to see him on this show whatsoever. He does nothing for me whatsoever. But yeah, with Lauren and Faith, you know, it's nice that they are together. It's nice that Faith seems to be in love with Lauren, and it seems like Lauren. I don't know if he loves Faith necessarily. I think he likes her a lot. I just don't know if he's like in love with her. To me, it seems like he has ulterior motives. It seems like he just wants to stay in the Philippines, and because he wants to get married now, like he wants to speak with a lawyer to talk about a visa so that they can get married now. So that makes
Right.
me feel like he has ulterior motives as far as Faith is concerned. I hope she's able to see that from a mile away, so that she does not get caught up in a situation that will be hard to get out of. We all know that divorce is not an easy thing or a cheap thing to do,
So,
and so I just want the best for Faith. I really do just
right.
want the best for Faith, and I would love for her to find a man who's attracted to her and loves her for her, and isn't looking for a way to get something out of her. Because it seems like Lauren is trying to get something out of Faith, and I just
And
don't know what it is yet.
I feel the same way, Jonathan. You and I are on the same page with that couple right there because I feel like he's trying to get something out of her, and I don't know what it is, but we're gonna find out, I guess.
I
Me and you,
guess so.
me and you are
Yeah.
gonna find out together. Hmm.
But hopefully we will, Dustin, so that we can talk about it. So thank you guys for joining us for this episode. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Press that big red subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. It takes less than a second to mash that thing. So go ahead and mash it. Make sure you leave us a thumbs up on this video. Let us know you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out. Also, be sure to leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts on the couples we were discussing on this particular episode. Be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Also, make sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody out here know that JoJo Speaks is out here in these YouTube streets. Dustin, give us your social media contacts real quick, please.
My social media contacts is Dustin Butler 700 on Instagram, and my Facebook is Dustin Butler. And I want to thank Jonathan, of course, and my whole team and JojoSPEAKS for being there as well. And thank you so much for being there. For me, as always, Jonathan, love you very much.
Love you too, Dustin. You guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is JoJo_Speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is WilliamJonathanLee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $Jonathan Lee 07. That's $JONATHAN 07. Thank y'all so much for joining us for this review. Make sure you join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. Until then, we'll say bye for now, y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful week and stay safe out there. And enjoy your holidays. They're coming up. Christmas is next week, y'all. Love y'all.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you later.